welcome back to the channel. Today I am partnering up with Mooncat to share with you all their new release that is in collaboration with the Powerpuff Girls. Yes, yes, yes. The Mooncat x Powerpuff Girls collab, it features 6 polishes as well as some really cute nail art stickers and of course, this gorgeous collection box. This is a limited edition release, however, the polishes themselves will be restocked, but sadly, this gorgeous collection box will not be restocked. I feel like for those of us who love cute overload, like this is pretty damn cute. This is pretty damn cute. So all 6 of the polishes in this release feature a jelly finish. Because these are jellies, you do have quite a few ways to play around with wearing them. For this video, I will be showing these polishes built up in 3 coats, in both in my normal studio lighting as well as in natural lighting. And all of my photos include both glossy and matte top coat. And because I feel like I always forget to mention this, I did use the Mooncat glossy and matte top coats. 10 out of 10 on those, by the way. I will get into all of the pricing and sale information at the end of the video after my final thoughts. All of the products featured in today's video were sent to me by Mooncat, and this video is also sponsored. Thank you very much, Mooncat, for sponsoring today's video. If you are new to Mooncat, Mooncat is a US-based boutique brand. Their polishes are in 12 ml bottles. They are 10-free, cruelty-free, as well as being vegan-friendly. And I always say this, but I feel like it needs to be said. They really have some of the prettiest bottles I have seen for nail polish brands. Like, I freaking love these bottles so very much. They make my heart really, really happy. The Mooncat x Powerpuff Girls collection is available right now on the Mooncat website. As always, in the description box, links to where you can pick these polishes up, links to the brand's social media pages, my social media pages, and of course, timestamps are down there as well. Let's get into this video. First up, we have Blossom's Firebreath. Mooncat describes this one as a pink jelly lacquer jam-packed with pink, orange, and blue iridescent flakies as well as micro holographic glitter. Blossom's Firebreath had a fantastic jelly formula. Because this one is in a jelly base, you do need to build it up if you want to get any kind of opacity going without using an opaque base underneath of the polish. While I did choose to build this one up in 3 coats from my full hand swatches as well, I did find that I did have some visible nailing with this one, even when built up in 3 coats. In my opinion, the flakies are really what give this a little bit more opacity than if there were no flakies in it at all. The flakies give off a very cutesy kind of iridescent vibe. The shade of pink of this one, in my opinion, is somewhere between a bubblegum pink and a medium pink. It's not so light that I'd call it pastel, but it's not super saturated either. If you're unaware, flakies generally look best in low to indirect lighting, so in bright direct sunlight, this polish is going to look incredibly sheer, but as you're seeing here, the magic of the shade, like the flakies look absolutely stunning. Nothing in here is going to dry down textured, however, you will still want glossy top coat for a glossy finish. The polish itself dries down very flat. Even though the flakies do not dry down textured like a glitter and they don't make removal as difficult as a glitter, I do generally find for flakies that using the soak off method is the easiest removal experience or peel off base coat. And now we have Chemical X, which Mooncat describes as a black jelly lacquer jam-packed with a rainbow spectrum of many colored, color shifting iridescent flakies, as well as 3 different types of holographic glitter. I've said it before, I will say it again, add rainbows to a black polish and I will immediately love it. I am not really one for wearing black nail polish, but you throw in some hollow, you throw in some rainbows, and I'm gonna love it. Chemical X had a fantastic formula. This one does start off very sheer. I found when built up in 3 coats, I had a hard time seeing my visible nail line with it. I'm gonna call this one a 2 to 3 coater depending on your application style and potentially your nail length. I think if you went in for slightly thicker coats and you don't have much of a free edge, I think this can get pretty good coverage in 2 coats. But if you have a fairly pronounced free edge, I think this is likely going to be a solid 3 coater. The flaky combination of this polish is absolutely fantastic. You have a bunch of different flakies in various sizes. There are also some really big flakies in here, which I really love. Much like the other polishes, the flakies are not going to dry down textured like a glitter, but you still will want glossy top coat just to smooth everything out as well as give you a nice glossy shine. I think Chemical X is one of the polishes in this release that if you like matte finishes, I'd say definitely mattify this one because this one matte really knocked my socks off. Removal for this one is once again not going to be as difficult as say a micro glitter polish, but the flakies will still give you a little bit of difficulty on removal. Use the soak off method or a peel off base coat for the easiest removal. And now we have Don't Cry Bubbles, which Mooncat describes as a sky blue jelly lacquer jam-packed with a rainbow spectrum of many multicolored, color-shifting and iridescent flakies in blue, yellow, and round green glitters, as well as 2 different types of holographic glitter. Don't Cry Bubbles also had a fantastic formula. This was a little bit on the thicker side, but the general level of thickness that I come to expect for polishes that just have this much flakies in them, and I found that across the board for all of the polishes in this release. So in case you missed the memo, when you have polishes that have this much flakies in them, kind of like glitters, it just tends to make the base a little bit thicker, especially also so that you can suspend all of the flakies within the base as well. This is the polish in this release that when I opened up my package and I saw all the bottles, this was the one that I was most excited for. Can't think of any other Mooncat shades that have this same kind of glitter and flaky combination within the base. Between those itty bitty little green glitters and then the like big honkin' flakies in the base, like I was so freaking excited for this one. As someone who absolutely loves glitter, I do wish there was just a little bit more of those round green glitters. However, I do also think that because there aren't a ton of those little green glitters in this one, that it keeps the flakies being the star of the show and making this a very cohesive collection overall. I think if there were more glitters in here, it would just look too different from the other polishes. And so my friends, that is why I don't have a nail polish brand, because I would not be able to make a cohesive collection. I would just say, give me all the glitter. If you want to get the color that you're seeing in the bottle, I think this one is going to be a solid 3-coater. We'll want top coat again for a glossy finish and as well as to smooth everything out. Again, I would not recommend scrubbing this one off. Definitely use the soak off method or a peel off base coat. This next polish is called Forces of Evil, and Mooncat describes it as a red jelly lacquer jam-packed with color-shifting pink, orange, and blue iridescent flakies, as well as micro holographic glitter. One more time, this one had a fantastic formula, slightly on the thicker side, but not so thick that I found application difficult at all. I think this is a very pink-based red. On that first coat, it looks super pink, but I found as I built this one up, it was leaning more and more towards the red family, but I feel like I still want to call it a very pinky red. Much like many of the other polishes in this release, you get a variety of sizes in the flakies. I was able to see some really big flakies in the bottle, but I sadly did not get any out on my nail. That is okay because this is still absolutely jam-packed with flakies. This is one shade where I think if you don't mind not getting the same depth of color that you see in the bottle on the nail, coverage is overall very even in 2 coats, but by adding the 3rd coat, you get another layer of the flakies and it deepens the base on the nail overall. I did still have some visible nailing with this one. Did not personally experience any staining with this polish. However, I feel like because this one is so saturated that like definitely wear your base coat with this one. I would definitely recommend the soak off method or a peel off base coat for this polish, and you will want top coat for a glossy finish. Next up we have Hardcore Buttercup, which Mooncat describes as a green jelly lacquer jam-packed with green, purple, and teal iridescent flakies in 2 different types of holographic glitter. This was the polish in the release that like the big old flakies in here were really making me just do a happy dance. I found for all of these that the really big flakies do seem to sink a little bit, so if you really want to consistently get them out on the nail, is definitely give these a really good shake before you start applying them, and potentially even hold the bottles upside down between coats if you really are committed to getting the flakies out. But like, look at that gigantic one on my middle nail. Like, oh my god. I will fully admit I did place that one there specifically because I wanted it on the star nail. Listen, you would have done it too if you saw that big old flaky pop out. You would have stuck that on your favorite nail too. This is one of the more sheer polishes in this release. I think this one is likely going to be a solid 3-coater. I gotta say, I really appreciate how we got colors in this release that kind of match the colors that the Powerpuff Girls wear. Nothing in here is going to dry down textured like a glitter, but you will want top coat to give these like a nice smooth glossy finish, as the polishes do dry down fairly flat. Removal is not going to be the most difficult thing ever, but again, these are flakies. I would not recommend scrubbing this one off. Use the soak off method or what? A peel off base coat. And the final polish in this release is called the Diabolical Mojo Jojo. Mooncat describes this one as a purple jelly lacquer jam-packed with a color-shifting purple pink shimmer, green, pink, and black flakies, as well as 3 different types of holographic glitter. The Diabolical Mojo Jojo starts off very sheer. This one definitely needs building up to get any kind of opacity going. However, when you build this this one up in 3 coats, you will still have very obvious visible nail line. Formula on this one was also really fantastic, not too thick or too thin. After Bubbles, Mojo Jojo was actually my favorite character on Powerpuff Girls, so I'm really happy that he's getting some representation in this collection. The shimmer gives this polish a very kind of glowy vibe that the other polishes did not have. Shimmer does have some color shifty goodness happening in it, but I didn't find it's like a crazy in-your-face color shift. It's a very subtle color shift because it's like a more glowy shimmer. You don't get as many black flakies out on the nail as you do of the more iridescent ones. I think there's just enough of the black flakies to make this polish a bit more interesting than if it didn't have them at all. My full-in swatches show the Diabolical Mojo Jojo in 3 coats plus both glossy and matte top coats. Much like the other polishes in this release, it does dry down fairly flat, so you will definitely want top coat for a glossy finish. And one more time, it is not going to be overly difficult to remove, but it'll be just difficult enough thanks to the flakies that I would still recommend the soak off method or a peel off base coat for removal. And because the official paperwork that I got from Mooncat said that these polishes are layerable, I was kind of curious at how they would perform as topper, so here they are over black. I'm honestly very surprised that these actually look pretty cool over black. I was not expecting them to actually look good, so that's a really good positive. There are also some very adorable Powerpuff Girl themed nail art stickers that come with this release. You get 2 sheets of nail art stickers for $12. I am admittedly fairly rusty as far as applying nail art stickers, but I still found these pretty easy. For my nails here, I used 2 coats of Getting Even nail primer from Mooncat, as well as the topper Fool's Gold on my pointer and pinky fingers. While these are fairly thin and small, they do still give like a little bit of texture on the nail. I would recommend 1 to 2 coats of top coat on top of the stickers just to smooth everything out and really keep them on the nail. Alrighty, so final thoughts. The color story is very much my personal vibe. Here are all the polishes on the side. But I think my favorite thing about these polishes is the combination of flakies. I feel like Mooncat has quite a few various flaky polishes, but I feel like these, the mix of flakies that they have in these polishes, I was just really happy with. These are a little bit sheerer than I was expecting, but I did find that I did like how they built up in 3 coats, so I was not mad at the sheerness. I think the biggest surprise about this collection for me personally was the polish Don't Cry Bubbles. When I saw those itty bitty little green glitters, my heart was just so damn happy, so happy. As far as my personal top picks from this release, in case you couldn't guess already, Don't Cry Bubbles is definitely going to be my top pick from this release. However, Blossom's Firebreath and Forces of Evil are going to be my top picks. And I also want to throw in the Diabolical Mojo Jojo as an honorable mention, largely because I love Mojo Jojo. When I was in high school, I used to buy this like drink that had Mojo Jojo on the little cap. I can't not give an honorable mention to my man, Mojo Jojo. As far as pricing goes, again, this collection is available right now on the Mooncat website. All the polishes are $15. If you would like to pick up the collector's box set, which features all 6 polishes as well as the nail art stickers, that will be priced at $102. And then the nail art stickers are priced at $12. And again, everything in this release is considered limited edition. However, the nail polishes themselves will be restocked for a limited time. And because I've been flailing this collection box around this entire time through it, I want to show it to you all. So here is a close-up of the collection box. And then it also has all of the Powerpuff Girl motif around the edges of the box as well. Like, seriously, this box is so freaking cute. Here is what the back side of the box looks like. And when you open up the box, it opens up from these 2 little tabs here on the side. So it opens up this way. Let's see if I can get this all in frame. It opens up this way here. Here on the side are the nail art stickers in like their own little area. This also comes with a cling wrap film around it, by the way. I took it off because I was looking at the stickers earlier. And so you get 2 sheets of these nail art stickers. And then the polishes themselves also do come in limited edition packaging. Here is what the normal Mooncat box looks like if you are unfamiliar. Here is a close-up of the collection boxes. And then there's also more Powerpuff Girls motif along the sides. I would love to know what everyone else thought of this release. Are you planning on picking it? Have you already picked it up? Let me know. Oh, and even better, who are your favorite Powerpuff Girl characters? So just thank you all for joining me for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Before we end today's video, I want to give a very special shout out to my channel members. Shenanigang, just thank you guys so much for the love and support. Names, of course, all on the screen right now. If you would like to sign up for my channel memberships, I have a link for that in the description box, or you can click join next to the subscribe button. If you are new to my channel, I upload new videos every single week. My general upload schedule is Tuesdays and Saturdays. I also have a second channel where I post all kinds of non-nail polish shenanigans. So just thank you all for joining me for today's video. Really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again to Mooncat for sponsoring today's video. I hope everyone has a fantastic week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. When I get high, I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like